My name is Patrick McCabe, and I used to think the worst pain in the world came from teeth. I was wrong. Teeth hurt, sure. Mine were a disaster growing up. Crooked, crowded, yellowed, chipped. Kids called me Fang Face in middle school. I smiled with my mouth closed for years. By the time I graduated college, my wisdom teeth were still jammed in there, sideways, infected, screaming. Most people get them yanked in high school. I waited until 23. The oral surgeon said it was one of the worst cases he'd seen. 4 impacted teeth, roots wrapped around nerves. He warned me the recovery would be brutal. He wasn't kidding. The pain hit like a freight train. Swelling turned my cheeks into softballs. I couldn't eat, couldn't talk, couldn't sleep. The doctor prescribed 2 painkillers and told me to alternate them every 3 hours. That meant setting an alarm, waking up in the dark, swallowing pills with a mouth full of blood and gauze, then trying to pass out again before the ache returned. I did this for 10 days. 10 days of 3-hour naps. 10 days of never feeling human. My body adapted in the worst way. Even after the swelling went down, even after I could chew soft foods again, my brain stayed stuck on the 3-hour cycle. I'd wake at 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m., eyes wide, heart racing, no reason at all. Sleep became a stranger. I walked around in a fog, half alive, half dead. That was the real damage. Not the surgery. The sleep. It broke something inside me. One night during the first week of recovery, I woke at 4 a.m. from my pills. The room was hot. The AC had died. Sweat soaked my sheets. I tossed and turned, begging my body to shut down. It wouldn't. After 10 minutes, I gave up and opened the bedroom window. Cool air slipped in. Not enough. I lay there staring at the ceiling, listening to the quiet. Then I heard it, scratching, slow, deliberate, coming from outside. At first I thought it was a branch on the gutter. But the sound moved. It traveled across the roof, right above my head, then faded toward the front of the house. We live in the woods. Raccoons, possums, squirrels, they get bold. My dad once found a family of raccoons living in the attic. Cost $2,000 to get them out. I knew if something was up there again, he'd lose his mind. So I dragged myself out of bed, still swollen and sore, and shuffled to the garage. I grabbed his heavy maglite, the one that blinds deer at 50 yards. I slipped out the back door in nothing but boxers and socks. The night was thick, no moon, just stars and the smell of pine. My bedroom sits at the back corner of the house. The roof there is low, maybe 12 feet off the ground. I walked to the spot under my window and swept the flashlight up. Nothing. No eyes. No fur. No movement. I sighed and started circling the house. The beam cut through the dark, sliding over shingles, gutters, the satellite dish. I rounded the front where the roof climbs higher, nearly 25 feet. That's when I saw it. A shape. Human. Standing on the peak like it belonged there. I froze. The light trembled in my hand. A naked man stared down at me. Skinny. Pale. Hair wild and matted. He didn't flinch. Didn't speak. Just stood there, caught in the beam like a deer. Then I screamed. Couldn't help it. The sound ripped out of me, raw and animal. The second I did, he moved. Fast. Bare feet slapping shingles, loose tiles skittering down the slope. He bolted toward the back of the house, toward my open window. I ran after him, yelling for my dad, flashlight bouncing, heart slamming against my ribs. I rounded the corner just as he reached the edge above my room. He didn't slow, didn't look for a ladder. He jumped, 12 feet straight down onto concrete pavers. The impact echoed like a gunshot. I waited for the scream, the crunch of bone. Nothing. He landed in a crouch, stood up, and charged me. I had half a second to raise the flashlight before he hit me in the chest. We went down hard. His fingers went for my eyes. Nails raked my face. I felt skin tear. Blood poured hot down my cheeks. He growled, spit flying, stronger than any human should be. I kicked, thrashed, screamed, couldn't get him off. Then the back door exploded open. My dad, 6'3", 250, still in his underwear, grabbed the guy by the neck and yanked him off me. The man twisted like a snake, slipped free, and bolted. He hit the back fence at a sprint, vaulted it without touching the top, and vanished into the trees. The sound of branches snapping faded fast. Dad helped me up. My face was shredded. Blood soaked my shirt. We stumbled inside. He drove me to the doing 90 on back roads. Doctors stitched me up, pumped me full of antibiotics, tetanus, rabies shots just in case. The police came, took statements, said the woods were too big to search, told us to get cameras. Dad found claw marks on the attic vent the next day. Deep gouges in the metal. Like the guy was trying to dig his way in. I healed. Scars faded to thin white lines. We installed cameras. Life went back to normal. Or so I thought. Fast forward 2 years. I'm 25. Still living at home, saving money, working remote. My parents trust me. They go out of town for a week every summer. This time, I invite my girlfriend Anna to stay. My parents love her. They just don't love the idea of us sharing a bed under their roof. What they don't know won't hurt them. The first night is perfect. Pizza, wine, movies. We fall asleep tangled in each other. The second night, we're in bed talking, lights off, when I hear it. A scrape, metal on concrete, coming from the driveway. I shush Anna and listen. Another scrape, then a thud. Trash cans. Dad keeps 3 by the garage. Something is moving them. I tell Anna to stay put. I slip on shorts and walk to the front door. I flip on the porch light. Nothing. The driveway is around the corner, out of sight. I grab my phone, turn on the flashlight, and step outside. The air is warm. Crickets scream. One trash can is on its side. Garbage spread across the pavement. I sigh. Raccoon. Has to be. I start picking up the mess, tossing wrappers and cans back in. I don't see anything. No eyes in the dark. No scampering feet. I finish, drag the cans into the garage, lock it, and head back to bed. Anna is half asleep. I kiss her forehead and settle in. I'm drifting off when I hear it again. Tap, 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 soft, metal on glass. I think it's part of a dream. But it keeps going. I open my eyes. The sound is real, coming from my window. The one that looks out on the front porch hallway. The weird covered walkway that leads to the door. I sit up slow, heart already pounding. I creep to the window and peel back the curtain an inch. There's a man at the front door. Back to me, knocking on the glass with something metal. A key maybe, or a knife. He knocks like he expects an answer. At midnight, with all the lights off. I watch, can't move. He knocks for a full minute. Then he stops, turns. I duck just in time. I wait, count to 60. Then I look again. He's gone. Relief floods me, until I stand fully and see him 2 inches from the glass. Face pressed to my window. Skin sagging like wet paper. Eyes black holes. Mouth open in a silent scream. I yell and fall back. Anna wakes up screaming. I lock the bedroom door, grab my phone, call 911. We huddle on the bed, listening. No footsteps, no knocks, just our breathing. Cops show up fast, search the house, search the yard, nothing. No footprints, no open windows, no sign anyone was ever there. Anna leaves the next morning. I don't blame her. My parents come home early. I tell them everything. They act calm, say it was probably a drunk or a homeless guy. Tell me to relax. I try, but I can't. For weeks I hear things. Scratching at night, taps on the window, shadows moving past the camera feeds. Dad finally installs motion lights and Ring cameras. The footage catches nothing. Just wind, just deer, just my imagination. Then there's the night that breaks me. I'm 35 now, moved out, bought a small house 20 miles away. 1 story, 1 bedroom, no neighbors close. I work freelance, stay up late, sleep all day. My schedule is garbage but it's mine. One night I'm at my desk, 3:17 a.m., deep in a project. Silence, focus, then, boom, footsteps, heavy, running down the hallway straight from my room. 4 deafening bangs on the door, like someone trying to break in. I jump up, knee hits the desk, monitor crashes. I stand frozen, staring at the door, waiting for it to explode open. It doesn't. Silence. Then footsteps again, retreating fast. I grab the nearest weapon, an empty beer bottle, and charge out. I scream like a maniac, flipping on every light, checking every room, every closet, under the bed. Nothing. All doors locked, all windows sealed. I call the cops. They search, find nothing, tell me I imagined it. I know I didn't. The door is dented where the bangs hit. My knuckles are bruised from gripping the bottle. There was someone here. I don't sleep for days. I pace. I watch the cameras. I jump at every sound. I start to think I'm losing my mind. Then I remember something. The house I bought, it backs up to the same woods. The same stretch of forest that runs behind my parents' place. 20 miles of unbroken trees. Last week the camera caught something. 3:04 a.m. A figure walks into frame. Naked, pale, same build, same wild hair. He stands in my backyard for 30 seconds, staring at the house. Then he turns and walks into the trees. The footage glitches. When it clears, he's gone. I haven't seen him since. But I hear him, every night, scratching at the siding, tapping on the windows, waiting. I keep the beer bottle by my bed now. And every light in the house stays on. Because I know he's coming back. And this time, I'll be ready.